We're both excited about this.
3 years, yay! I'm so sorry. It's okay. All right, can we start at 51? 51? Can you go to 51?
In terms of watching your focus, we need to talk about it. By the way, just in terms of making marking scores, it's nice to see that, and we all mark scores differently, and that's perfectly okay. You know, but just make sure you know what your marks mean, and you don't get overly zealous in terms of colors, all right? But always, you know, that's fine. I noticed sometimes that the pinkies float. Do you notice that? Just wrap, as Chris was saying, wrap them around underneath, so that because otherwise we'll start to gravitate. And look here, I like your style. I like the style you put on the character, you put on the costume, and you sort of went into that, which I thought was very good. What I'd like to do is, if you don't mind, and you did a good job with 51 to the end. Do you mind just doing that one more time? In the subdivision, there's a general rule that I have about subdivision. Only subdivide when absolutely necessary. It gets in the way. And when subdivision gets in the way, principal beats as long as you can, and when you have to subdivide, I go back to my percussion technique days where we did single stroke, and then as we got faster, sooner or later we got into the bounce, am I right? Okay, so my point is, in terms of actual beat, 1, 2, 1, 2, then rather than go to a double stroke or a 4 pattern, because basically we're in 2, So you stay there in 2, and when you get to the end and you want to slow down, any kind of rallentando, retard, or whatever, this is just me, generally speaking, 1, 2, 1 and 2, and I put the rebound in part of, the subdivision in part of the rebound rather than 1, 2, 3. It's too soon, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And it makes us for a much smoother transition. So would you mind please? Yes, please. And also in the fermata bar before 59, you decided how you want to get out of that. What do you have options?
I usually like a cutoff, but it doesn't really seem like there's much of a possibility.
Well, he doesn't give us a breath mark, does he? He doesn't give us a cesura, does he? So, I mean, if we're going to be true to the score, he doesn't do this. And this is a decision we have to make, all right? We don't see this, we don't see this, which leaves us this, I think. All right? We can make a decision on that and say, you know what, so do you know what you want there? You want a breath? Okay, so somehow, can you try to get that in there so that they're comfortable? Okay. So what is that? So 51 to the end again, please? Yeah. Can you, I'm sorry, I must apologize. I always should ask before I touch. I just think that's important, because it's just personal respect. I'm sorry, but my point is, did you already see this come into play? Did you see it? It was very, very subtle, but it was there. Yeah, you know, da 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 da. Oh my God, heaven! You need a chiropractor when you're done. Okay? They don't need subdivision. Only when absolutely. When absolutely. So did you see a little bit of it? Did you feel it? Don't really need it. Okay? In one prep is fine. Can you do it?
I don't know.
One prep.
Straight up. Thank you. I breathe, but I didn't do my hand.
They didn't.
Yeah, I know. One more time.
Try it again. It's a block.
Yes.
It's on 2. Okay? So somehow, the cutoff has to be the breath. 1, 2, 1. See? Okay, so the actual, you want a breath. So 1, 2, and you want to travel, because from on, you don't go 1, nothing, because music is motion. 1, 2. See what I just did? So
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Sorry. Inside the principal beats, use your rebound for subdivision 1 and 2, and see what I did?
Okay.
Instead of 1 and 2, she's doing double strokes. You see that? And when you do double strokes, that's what happens. 1, 2, and you went even to a 4 pattern, which is even more complex. One of the things that when I wrote my first conducting book, one of the things I insisted on was starting in 1. Not a 4 or a 3 or a 2 pattern, because the easiest thing to do is for a kid is to bounce a ball. And somebody say, well, 1 is the hardest thing. Well, it's a matter of opinion, once again, but just 1. And then you go to 2. And then you go to 3. You still haven't crossed the vertical plane on the horizontal plane. So going 1, 2, 3, that's a lot of time. 1 and 2 and see how to me it's smoother. Try it.
Could you
Almost out of time.
say, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. We just do 15.
Wherever you want.
59 to the end?
59 to the end is fine, please.
Please.
Yep, that's good. I want you to practice that a little more.
Okay.
And the other, gosh, there was one thing that ran through my mind. Yes. Oh, when you're not, and Chris mentioned this in a second, when you're not using the, remind me, it's too much time now, remind me to tell the story about the two twins, the psychological study. Just remind me sometime.
Psychological study.
Two twins.
Got it.
Whatever, I can't do it now.
Tomorrow.
Can't do it now, we're out of time. Sorry.
Thank you.